Here's how to move data from your PS4 to your PS5, such as game saves and the games themselves. First, run any firmware updates that are available on your PS4 and your PS5. Then make sure both systems are on and both are connected to your Wi-Fi network. To make the process go faster, find an Ethernet cable and connect the consoles to each other with it. And what I mean by that is shown here. The process will be controlled from your PS5, so start there and go to Settings, System, off to the right select Data Transfer. It'll tell you can only transfer one user's data, that it will not remove it from your PS4, and that it won't transfer data from a device you are using as extended storage. Select Continue, then Continue again. It'll search for your PS4, and it'll put a 5-minute countdown on the screen. Within that time limit, you need to go to your already running PS4 and press the power button down for 1 second, long enough to hear one beep. It'll tell you that you won't be able to bring over your trophies. That's a process you'll have to do separately, and I'll show you it at the end of this video. Click Continue. It'll bring up the first of 2 screens that summarize your data. The first one is your saved data, which is basically the progress you have made within each game. It has done a comparison between the 2 consoles, and if it sees a save file for the same game on both consoles, it will not allow you to bring over the data in this process. It'll gray them out. Most of mine are grayed out because I transferred a lot of these over when I first got my PS5. Also note that some games don't store their saves on the consoles at all. Fortnite, for example, puts your save information on an online server and then connects it to your Epic Games account. So you won't see any Fortnite saves on this screen. Go ahead and highlight all the ones you want to bring over and select Next. Now you will see the game data itself, which includes games you have downloaded from the PlayStation Store, including demos. It also shows all the games you have played from a disc. Now, why are those there? Because the PS4 doesn't actually play games directly from the disc. It installs them on the hard disk drive and plays them from there. Note, from what I can tell, if you have a game on both systems, it will not show it on this list. Select the games you want to bring over and select Next. I'm just going to select one game. It'll give you a summary of what's coming over. Select Start Transfer. It'll transfer the data and do a restart. You have to keep both systems powered on and keep your internet connection during this time. After it restarts, it is still doing the process. You can check the status by hitting the PlayStation button on the controller and then selecting the arrow at the bottom of the screen. When completed, you'll get a transfer completion notice. Note that one time when I did this process, it failed to bring over a game, one called Flower. It was one I had purchased from the PlayStation Store, but all I had to do was go back to the store. It remembered that I purchased it in the past, and it let me re-download it to the PS5. Now, before you close your PS4, you can check to see if your trophies are synced. Go to the PS4 menu, select the trophies icon, highlight any one of them and hit the option button on the controller. Then select Sync with PlayStation Network. So what happens to screenshots and video captures you have on your PS4? They did not come over in this process I just showed you. It's a different process, and it has limitations to it. I go over it in the video I have linked on the screen in front of you. I'll also put a link in the description. Have a good day, everybody.